Here we go. The story of Jeff and April. Yeah, that's right. So I started making these chronicles originally because Bodie did this cool thing at HEB about problem solving. It's like, you know what? I want to start making little stories. And so Bodie has some knowledge about his life and my life. And, I was thinking about it, I was like, I was on this road trip going from Parsons, Kansas to Portland, Oregon. And I was thinking, I talk about April all the time about so many things that we've been through, but I've never done a chronicles on her, you know? So here we go. Jeff and April. Back in the day, we're like 2002-ish, working on 2003. We were definitely, 2002. Yes, sorry. All right, so 2002, and we're out in the driveway playing soccer tennis, and this girl, Hannah, that we were friends with, shows up with her sister. And her sister, April, cute girl, short hair, wears little Bill Barnaby type pants, sat there and probably smoked a couple of cigarettes and was wondering why everybody's riding around in wheelchairs in the carport. But that's just what we did while we were playing soccer tennis. People just sat there and watched what we were doing while in wheelchairs. Hey, Thrasher House. But so she thought we were weird and didn't come over anymore. And then I went to Europe, and then she came over maybe one more time and hung out, and then she came over again. Right? This again was really important because she came over and was just like dressed in this like banging dress. She was smoking hot. Her little short hair was all like she had stuck her finger in a light socket, but I mean, she was, man, boots up to the knees, dressed down to the knees. I mean, she was like, woo, it was hot. And she was selling it. So I was like, man, you look great. You want to do something tomorrow night? You're not the same girl that showed up the other day who was all kind of like all to herself while she was watching soccer tennis. This was like somebody was like definitely she was selling it. Like I say, man, she looked awesome. I say selling, I don't mean like selling it, but I just mean like, man, if she was a model, sold. So I'm telling you, even to this day, I think about that dress and I'm like, I think she still has it in the closet. Seriously. I ain't like, love that dress. But anyway, I asked her to go out with me, and then she said, yeah, sure, cool. And then, I was like, hey, Hannah, put in a good word for me. So next night, like, she was supposed to come over, like we had talked. We were going to go out, and she didn't show up. And her sister showed up, and she's like, hey, April's at her apartment having a party. I was like, we were supposed to go out. So I went over there, and she was wearing that dress again. I was like, what? And she was showing off for some guy. So I found out I was like the guinea pig, and it worked, and it didn't work for the other guy. But she wound up taking that dress off. She came out of the front porch where all these people were. I don't know how the police had not been called. A lot of people in a one-room apartment. I mean, really, it was a lot of people there. And, we wound up talking like all night. Like literally all night. I don't think we slept. And if I didn't take my Seroquel, I definitely did not sleep. So I don't remember exactly how we managed that. And it was not that uncommon for me to not take my pills back then. But I must have at some point taken my Effexor because I would have gone crazy. So from that first night on, like we just were together. I mean, it's like, I know. There were times like she wanted to strangle me because I'm a thrasher, and she's Stanley. Yeah, so you want to strangle her too, But I look back and I think about my grandparents, and those two people bickered and argued and fought all the time. And the moment that my grandmother passed away, I still remember how just my grandfather looked alone for the first time in his life, he just looked alone. Man, the older I get and the more time I spend with April and the more times that I want to wring her neck, I get it. Because I mean, let's be honest, like when I travel, I don't have to worry about booking my flight. I don't have to worry about booking my hotel. I don't have to worry about the weather's like. She's already got the itinerary. Oh yeah. And that's just what she does. She likes to plan. She likes to, this is, we're gonna go on a trip, and this is what we're gonna do. This is how many miles it costs us, and blah 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 blah. I mean, she's got all the facts because she's typically got to sell me on something, But I definitely, and there's one thing I've told everybody, like I am forever in debt to her for what she helped me through when I came off of antidepressants. I mean, she was there and she witnessed all of that. That's an amazing accomplishment because I was downright crazy as hell. And she's kind of crazy herself, but I mean, hey, we all a little crazy every now and then. But we never plan on having Bodie. I could talk all day about all the trips that we've been on, all the wild things that we've talked about. The times that we have wanted to hate each other, times that she has wanted to strangle me, which I cannot count. I mean, it's just like, but we never expected Bodie. He just turned 9 years old, and yeah, she's just a good mom, and there's a lot of really bad ones out there, and I'm not saying she's perfect, and I am by no means perfect. I give it a good try, and I hug my kid longer than he hugs me. That's the number one thing. I tell him that I love him. I tell her that I love her, and she does the same thing, and we get along really well. I don't really have a chronicles of her, and I should really start a whole series more than just a chronicles, but it's just a short little ode to the woman, because anybody who's got a good one and they know it, even when when you're gonna do that thing that is gonna piss them off, you still do it because they love you, man. They're gonna forgive you, and they're gonna wipe the hair off the counter that you probably should have wiped off yourself. But I'm probably gonna be the one who cleans the drain that is not my hair. That's love for you. Doing something when not expecting anything in return. I mean, how more pure can that get? I love you, babe. Thanks for everything. And Bodie, man, one of these days we're going to talk all crazy stories about all the stuff. Your mom used to smoke cigarettes. She did. Yeah. Anyways, it's for a series.